Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's open to possibly moving somewhere, open to also staying in Milwaukee. It's no secret that Pat Riley and the Heat always looking to improve, especially if they can land a former MVP. They will try to do it. There's a yin and a yang in this story. First, the yin. NBA insider Scoop B, Brandon Robinson. He reported earlier this week, league sources tell me that Pat Riley and the Heat organization have quietly explored scenarios to get the two-time MVP. Could eventually be pried away from Milwaukee. But here's the twist. I'm hearing Giannis isn't exactly feeling Pat Riley, and that might be a bigger hurdle than Miami expected. It's a growing feeling among subset of stars, past and present, even ones who've suited up in South Beach. I'm talking about LeBron James. I'm talking about Jimmy Butler. Thread that really connects it all is Riley. Giannis is a superstar that kind of wants to be co-running, have some say.
So he wants a joint partnership.
He wants a joint partnership. He feels as though you are maybe president, but I am player. Work together. When it seems like more and more Pat Riley is an authoritarianship.
So if that's what he would want, why would he want to leave Milwaukee?
Exactly is my question.
Right? Because then, if he wants to be, he wants to have a lot of say, and he rightfully so. He sees that all the other superstars that he feels he's in the same level as, or they have a lot of say in what goes on. So he would like the same at his time in this time in his career. When he's 30, he's probably in the back. He's in the 10th hole of the back nine of his career.
He's not past his prime, but he's getting towards the back
end
part
of his
prime.
He's the end. He's totally at the end of his athletic dominant prime. Yeah. He'll still have his prime, but yeah, he's on the 10th hole right now, and he's looking at it as he should. What are the next 2-3 years going to look like for my career?
I'm here to tell you this is all BS.
Why you say it's BS?
Giannis Antetokounmpo and his agents are throwing up smoke screens.
Why are they throwing up Why you say that?
Pat Riley, authoritarian, who let Jimmy Butler basically do what he want for 5 years and started cracking the whip. Giannis Antetokounmpo, like you said, Vlad, if he just wants 50-50 say or whatever amount of say, Milwaukee's done everything for him. If that's what he values, why is he exploring other options? They're trying to drive up value. They're trying to do other things. And if you're a Heat fan, that's like, maybe Pat Riley's too old school, too much of a stick in the mud. Forget about that.
Maybe I'm old school with the thinking, why would Milwaukee trade him within the conference that they play in? If you're going to do anything, you'll probably trade him west. And that's why I think this game between OKC and Denver is very important, because if OKC lose, I could see Giannis going to OKC.
He could. But Pat Riley even said it at his end of the year press conference. Heat culture always is adapting. It doesn't stay the same. They're trying to paint him into this corner that he's just an authoritarian old man at 80 years old saying, it's my way or the highway. That's not the way it is.
And I'm going to tell you what else makes it BS.
I'm going to tell you more too. Go ahead.
Who's his mans?
Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Yeah. Who's his boy?
Isn't Bam Adebayo everybody's guy?
But who's his boy? Bam. Who represents both of them? They have the same agent.
Mm-hmm.
If anything was, and he's the captain of the Miami Heat. So if he needs to know anything that's going on with Miami, he'll just go talk to Bam, and Bam will let him know the truth. The same way if LeBron had some concerns, D-Wade was his guy, and D-Wade gave him the vote of confidence. Like, nah, man. Remember, he wanted to get Spofied, but wanted Riley to run the team. And he's like, nah, you don't want none of that. You don't want none of that. Let's Spo. So listen, you know where we're at this time. When there's a lot of dead time between games, they need something to talk about. They need some traffic. And here's the thing, though. I don't want to say it's not true it's only because of the source. Now, if Shams said it, I would totally agree with. I would totally believe it, because it was Shams. Because the same way people are kind of like dismissing this guy, what you said, Scoop B. It was the same way a lot of people was dismissing when Shams said that Jimmy wanted to be traded, and he was absolutely right throughout everything. So I don't want to just brush it to the side, but there's a lot of factors in this that kind of makes the story a little false.
More reason why not to drink the Kool-Aid, and they're trying to manipulate you. we've already told you, Pat Riley adapts, adjusts. He wouldn't have the Heat and the Heat organization where it's at if he didn't. Giannis Antetokounmpo would love to play for any team that gives him a chance to win a championship. Just a couple of hours ago, and I don't know why this was going down at 2:48 a.m., but someone tweeted at Giannis Antetokounmpo, and this is just a fan, out of all the cities you've ever been to, which city made you the happiest to be there, not counting your hometown? Giannis Antetokounmpo replies, Florida cities.
Destin?
Florida cities. You don't think they're trying to play you, Vlad, where 1 minute they bait you, the next minute they switch you.
He said Florida City, so let's just name them all.
Fort Walton, Destin, Pensacola,
the Muck,
Orlando.
Belglades.
Maybe he wants to play in the
Maybe
Magic
he wants to
Kingdom.
play. Maybe he wants to play him and live in Belglades. Carroll City.
Maybe Florida City.
Florida City.
Okalaka.
Fort Myers.
Maybe Fort Myers, St. Petersburg.
He probably been to Naples, B.
Sarasota.
He's definitely he's taking the 75 to Naples. That's why he likes it there.
Maybe he likes the Keys. Dumpwater, Florida.
Sistrunk?
I don't know.
You think he likes Sistrunk?
What does he mean when he says Florida cities? You need to be more specific, Giannis. We're not getting played. I don't think anybody's buying this back and forth, this cat and mouse. So someone went to Scoop B and said, hey, man, Giannis doesn't really like that around me. Scoop B reports it. Okay, let's wait. And then Cowboy, Knicks, Red Sox, Longhorns.
Huh?
That's their name on Twitter.
Cowboy, Knicks,
Red Sox, Longhorns. At Elijah2314. Obviously someone that probably knows somebody. Hey, send this to Giannis. Giannis, respond Florida cities. Florida cities. Now, all of a sudden, Miami's back in the play.
Orlando's back in play.
Yeah, he wants to Paolo Banchero.
Why not? He might like Paulo. They might. Listen, just because he said Florida cities, does not act like he's playing you because of Miami. There's other teams in the state of Florida. There's another team in the state of Florida that's also in the playoff that if you put him on that team with Franz Wagner and Banchero, oh, man, yeah.
Keeping his options open. But
you just don't like the fact that he said Florida. You wanted like a literal.
Wait. It gets more interesting because Giannis, he seems like a humble, nice guy that would never try to, what would you call the word? Kind of intimidate a situation or stir the pot.
Tyrese Halliburton's that.
So someone else tweets at Giannis since he's talking about favorite cities.
All right, what time is this tweet?
Hold up. This is today also.
No, because you said they tweeted him at 2:30 in the morning, right? And now they tweet like, where is Giannis?
This is also at 1:22 a.m.
So this was an hour before the first tweet that you just read.
What's your favorite city to play in on the road? Who's your favorite city to play in when you're on the road?
Isn't that literally the same question?
Another very nondescript answer. New York. Is it Brooklyn? Is it the Knicks? I don't know, Giannis.
I don't think we need him right
now. Giannis, stop it.
Until we get eliminated and how we get eliminated.
Stop it.
We don't get eliminated. We don't need him. But listen, hey, you know what? He's having fun. You guys are annoying him at 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't know where he's at. I hope he's in Greece so that it's not that intrusive and bothersome that you're texting a man at 1:30 in the morning. And by the way, Giannis, you don't really have to answer these people.
So somebody asked, are you talking about Orlando, Florida? Oh, Joel Embiid responds, yo, do you know what you're doing, man? LOL.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's trolling. Giannis is having fun. And he'll be in Milwaukee for the next 3 years.
Heat Nation tweets, wake up, let's get delusional after Giannis put Florida cities.
That's it. He got y'all. Look at y'all. He knew what he's doing. This
Anthony
is great.
Chang?
This is great trolling. Right,
Anthony Chang. He's on the Heat beat.
Of course.
He follows up that Florida cities. Happy Sunday, Heat Twitter.
What time? At what time? This is all going early this morning? This is all early this morning.
Anthony Chang's doing it at 9 a.m. today.
But this is started from 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know why all this stuff.
Dude, this is crazy. 1 o'clock in the morning.
Why is Embiid responding at 3:06 a.m.?
What is these guys doing? Where are they? Are they hanging out with each other?
They're all in a room together.
Like, that's crazy talk for me. Why are they talking this late in the night or this early in the morning? Who else responded? Did Podcast Peep join in?
I'm looking through all that we're going through. It's a lot of New York and it's a lot of Florida cities.
Well, right
that's
now
because his response.
well, because of the response. Yeah, absolutely because of the response. If he said L.A., everybody would think, oh, he's going to join the Lakers.
But what a triumvirate that would be. I don't know if it'd still get him past the first or second round of the playoffs, but
they would get them. Then they would win the championship.
How we thought Luka was enough to win a championship.
I know we don't. You still need a big man in this league. You still need a big man.
Giannis has a history of losing in the first round. Being like, well, how did that happen?
He's not losing if he has a Robin.
So Giannis' favorite city to play in on the road is New York.
Okay, he loves the Garden.
His favorite cities. Let's read this right because I don't want to mislead people like Giannis is trying to do. Out of all the cities you've ever been to, which city made you the happiest to be there? Not counting your hometown.
L.A.,
Florida cities. He said.
But that was the one. Oh, you already said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying his favorite road place is New York. His favorite happy place is Florida City.
So he likes Orlando. He might like Disney World.
Maybe that's his thing.
Yeah. Maybe he likes Tampa.
I'm not getting played.
Tallahassee.
I'm not getting played.
Gainesville.
This is just playing with us, man. Trying to drive it up, trying to get interest, trying to stoke things up. People come up to me and say, Giannis wants to be here in Miami. I'm like,
Homestead?
No one ever said Giannis wanted to be in Miami. There was never that statement. Giannis wants to play for the Knicks. No one ever said that statement. Well, his favorite road place is New York. Okay, that means nothing. A lot of people's Michael Jordan's favorite place to play was at the Garden.
Everybody's favorite place to play is the Garden.
Yes, and who doesn't like Florida cities? Doesn't mean anything.
I mean, there's only like really 4 or 5 that I really like. I don't like the rest of them.
Pensacola. Miami.
Of course. Fort Lauderdale.
I mean, I consider Miami Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, no, Fort Lauderdale's his own city, man. They only
South Florida. Let's just do South Florida.
Nah. West Palm is his own city too.
South Florida, Pensacola. I do not like Orlando. I'm sorry if you're listening in Orlando.
Nobody likes Jamlando, bro. That's messed up. Nobody wants. You like it when you're a kid, but when you're an adult, you don't have this.
No, I didn't like it when I was a kid either. I was never brought to Disney World when I was a kid. And the one time I went when I was like 23, I was like, I've been waiting for this my whole life. I was like, That's
what I said. Fort Lauderdale's its own city. That's what I just said.
I've been waiting for my whole life. I've been waiting for this Disney.
Oh, you were like me as a kid. You didn't really see the hype for Disney World.
Well, you weren't allowed to go because you hear other kids.
What do you mean I wasn't allowed to go?
I wasn't allowed to go.
Oh, I was like, wait, you're telling me? No, they the 60s, bro? What's wrong with you?
All these kids would talk about how awesome it is. And then I go to Big Land. Can we go to Disney? No, we don't do that. Okay. I always felt deprived. And like I said, I went when I was like 23, 24. And I was like, this is what I've been waiting for my whole life.
You're not going to have the same appreciation for it as a 23, 24-year-old man as you would as a 5, 6-year-old kid.
I think I would have, though.
No, you wouldn't.
I was in the mindset of a 5-year-old.
You're always in the mindset of a 5-year-old.
Well, then I should like it now. Have you ever been to Epcot? Don't need to go.
Actually, Disneyland is not overrated. I like Disneyland.
Disney World or Disneyland?
Land. That's the one in Anaheim.
Disneyland is actually okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like because you're not expecting it to be like Disney
back,
World.
It's old, it's cool,
yeah.
You know.
But Disney World, yeah, I
like the prices at Disney World too. It's cheap.
I didn't get the fascination. Like people with the yearly pass, like how many times you gonna see the damn?
You like what you like. We got our guys here, like Steph, the engineer, the specialist. He'll go there any chance he gets, and that's cool. There's things I like. I like going to dive bars and happy hours. That's fine with me too.
I love strip clubs and
there you go. I can't judge you
and
for
dive
that.
bars.
Yeah, I can't judge you for that.
Why would you?
Nah, well, I wouldn't. Giannis likes Florida cities, and he likes to play road games in New York.
You gotta be more specific about Florida cities, because I could give him some Florida cities that I definitely know he wouldn't like to play. He wouldn't want to be in.
Does anybody get the reference to Dumpwater, Florida? That would be if you get this 305-567-0560. No. If you get it, 305-567-0560, or you can jump on the YouTube or Twitch. Don't look it up. If you know it,
they're gonna look it up.
What reference Dumpwater, Florida?
The hell are you telling them? Then don't look it up. They're gonna look it up.
Why is everybody trying to stop me? Disneyland is both overrated. Oh yeah, of course it's overrated for us, but some people love it. That's cool. That's cool. So Giannis and them, they're just trolling. They're just messing. Don't read into it. Will he end up with the Miami Heat? Right now, we don't know. I don't think Giannis even knows right now. I think Giannis is on a break, getting his life together, figuring it all out. But he's keeping his options open.
The man's having fun trolling you dummies.
Also, stop tweeting people at 1 a.m.
Yo, fam, I'm about to say, if I'm a superstar athlete, you texting me at 1:30 in the morning,
trolling.
I am absolutely trolling.
was
And
on-
I
it was
know,
on
you know
X.
what? But here, give him. I give him credit because all he had to do was just totally avoid, like, just ignore it and go to bed. Like, he doesn't just put it on silent. But no, he wanted to mess with them. He wanted to mess with him. He must have been lit.
Everybody was.
He had to be
Embiid was
lit.
lit.
He had to be lit. There might have been some
maybe
wine.
Giannis and Embiid were in the same party.
There had to be a
together.
lot of, yeah, because like, yo, Embiid texting you, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you know what it is? Embiid's like, stop taking my title. You're trying to take the troll title away from me. Now that's what it is. It is trolling. It was very good trolling by Giannis.
Chilling in a VIP at a club, and they're like, "Yo, get my guy to tweet you this. Respond to this. Respond to this."
Nasty work, yo. That's nasty work by Trevor. Were they in Cancun?
They might have been.
They might have been. But that was funny.
Embiid got the head start.
Embiid was in Cancun like 4 months ago.
He was 2 months before the NBA season was over. He was in Cancun.
I think he was in Cancun the minute tip-off happened, opening tip-off.
It has a timeshare down there. Maybe not even a timeshare.
Oh, him and Paul George and Sharon. Like, they got
bought a place.
They got like an 8-month villa there.
Might have just bought a place, man. Go ahead.
Might as well Airbnb that.
Yeah, when you're not there, the few weeks out of the year you're not there, go ahead and Airbnb it. But don't read anything into this. Look, Giannis,
I mean, it could be something, it could be nothing.
They're a long way from anything, any type of decision. I'm telling you right now.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure about it.
I don't think so.
I'm sure about it.
I think this trade happens before the free agency hits. This trade happens within the next month or so.
Okay.
I don't know where Giannis is traded to, but he's being traded within.
Well, we have to see
the
how
next
these playoffs, as you say, playoffs play out. Because if Oklahoma City loses tonight, they've got a lot of draft capital. They might say, you know what? There was actually, I did see this now, just to further stir the pot. And I know I just made fun of Giannis for stirring the pot, but now I'm going to try to stir the pot a little bit because there was a trade in the works that sounded absolutely crazy to me that I was reading up on earlier today. And it doesn't include Giannis, but it does include the Miami Heat. So before we go, here's one of the trades proposed by Yahoo Sports. Heat received DeMar DeRozan. Sacramento Kings get Tobias Harris. Detroit Pistons receive John Collins. Utah receives Terry Rozier, Jaime Jaquez Jr., and a 2031 first-round pick. That's not happening.
So wait, who did he get?
DeMar DeRozan.
Oh.
And Sacramento will take Tobias Harris. The Pistons will take John Collins.
Time out, bro. I'm going to tell you this,
Why would you want that?
I'm going to tell you this.
If you're Pat Riley, yeah.
If you're going to get an old aging star, get one that's old aging as a superstar. So if you're going to get an old star, go after Kevin Durant. I love Debo, but
I mean, Vlad,
you see,
this is a good Heat proposal.
Solana has this thing where he likes to say the guy gets 30 points on 30 shots, and I don't believe that because in the fourth quarter, DeMar DeRozan is one of the most clutch players in the game. But I don't know if his game could work.
Man, Pat Riley pulled the trigger in a heartbeat. If you could get DeMar DeRozan, Sacramento Kings get Tobias Harris, Detroit Pistons get John Collins, and all you have to really give up is Terry Rozier, Jaime Jaquez Jr., and a first-round pick. Two guys that have no production for you last year, and a first-round pick that, once again, Pat Riley doesn't care that much about back in 2031. That's not happening. Telling you there. Telling you now.
I don't think it's a bad trade for the Heat.
It's a great trade for the Heat.
But I don't know if they need that, though.
I'll take it.
I mean, does that get you you think that's a 6 seed?
That's at least a 5 seed. Maybe even a 4 seed.
I don't think you're better than Orlando.
You got a guy who could score. You take some of that pressure off Tyler Hero.
I don't think you're better. You're not better than Indy. You're not better than Cleveland. You're not better than the Knicks.
You're better.
Are you better than Boston?
In a regular season.
I don't think you're better than Boston.
It'll get you as high as a 4 seed right now.
Oh.
Better than a 10 seed.
Oh, you're definitely going to be halfway better.
Yeah, okay.
You might be 5 or 6. I don't know if you're a top 14, but just getting in the playoff and getting that week off just to avoid the play-in is so important for the Heat.
And have more wins this year than losses would also be very important for Heat fans. Just saying.